Okay. So, something interesting as kind of about you might have noticed I've had to change this because for some reason OBS was having a doozy of a time seeing Adventure Capitalist. Weird. So I had to set it to windowed mode. Okay, that way I can continue having this being what it is by nature. All right. I get on my soapbox and chat. You might be aware of the hurricane event that has occurred recently. All right. But what you might not be aware of is the tiny houses thing. Okay. Well, I'm going to give a bit of a. Actually, I want to. Approach angel investors. Is it still enabled? No, it's not still enabled. It's still not too easy. Alright. What a lot of people don't know is probably where it came, where the law is that that these tiny homes was referring to. Alright. So I want to give a bit of background on that, okay? Because I've actually been following another problem that's been going on, which I don't do too many videos on, okay? But first things first, let's get to what happened. Ladies and gentlemen, Amish volunteers built 100 plus tiny homes for hurricane victims, but guess what happened next? After Hurricane Helene, which left untold thousands of Western North Carolina residents homeless, volunteer Amish carpenters showed up to build temporary shelters, but the heartwarming story has a bitter ending. There are a couple of stories here that, okay, let's just put it this way, the government basically said they can't live in them. Okay, it's okay to have the tiny buildings, but you can't technically live in them. Okay, any news organization or network can use this footage, added, you don't need my permission, just please get these people out of tents and into something warm, blah, 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 okay? And another thing, according to another ex-user, Scott Pressler, helped make sure all those volunteers voted early in Pennsylvania before they trekked down to North Carolina. Is this a remarkable time for conservatives or what? Okay, basically they voted, okay? Alright, they voted, and all those Amish volunteers have 5-day shifts before swapping out for the next team of volunteers. A small team could build a home each week, and there are hundreds of volunteers working for almost 4 weeks. They must have built more than 100 quality cottages by now, all on their own dime. You might safely assume those little cottages are well built, okay? We, the people, might always find a way, but leave it to a bureaucrat to take it away. Okay, breaking the Amish came to Western North Carolina, built 100 plus tiny home shelters. Local and state authorities kicked the victims out of their houses, saying they don't pass code. Okay, now I'm going to actually get to the code that this is referring to and where it came from, okay? Boom. Okay, tiny homes, big dreams, how some activists are reimagining shelter for the homeless activists, okay? Now, the tiny homes project that this is referring to, okay, was that for homeless people, okay, tucked inside a residential neighborhood and was surrounded by, all right, basically what started happening, okay, to shelter homeless people, they were building small houses for them to live in, okay? Now, the government's got this slight problem of attacking the symptom, not the cause. Okay, you might wonder, what does that mean? All right, so people were building tiny houses for homeless people to live in. A lot of states weren't too happy about them doing that, okay? Because they don't want to deal with the homelessness, okay? What they want to do is basically take the homeless people, shove them somewhere else, okay? Just like when homeless people were actually setting up tents and camps to live inside parks and national forests. the government basically then fenced off the government property. For real, go check out government-owned national parks and forests. If yours in your state is fenced off, it's to keep the homeless people out. And they charge admission to go into them, too, to make it even harder for them to get in there, all right? And so, when homeless people then started to live in tents, and then during winter, they were basically freezing to death or whatnot, so basically the government would then basically make life harder for them being on public property. They would basically take the tents and their sleeping bags away. So then basically then volunteers started to basically build modular tiny houses for them to live in. Okay? And then certain states then would pass laws to basically make that illegal for you to be able to live in a tiny house. You can own it, you can put stuff in it, but you can't live in it, even if it's up to code. All right. I'm going to sum it up. I can't remember the Democrat that said it. Yeah, Waters tells homeless people to go home. For real. Okay? They're so out of touch. They got their heads up so far up their own asses that they think, oh, I can afford a mansion. I can afford that multi-$1,000 refrigerators and freezers. I can't afford imported ice cream. So can your sorry asses. Yeah, for real. So now you know why North Carolina had passed codes to where you could own the tiny house, you could put in the tiny house, but you can't live in the tiny house. That's where it came from. Okay? So, what should you do about the situation? Well, here's my recommendation, okay? You might want to check with your local government and see if similar laws were passed in yours, okay? That you can't live in tiny houses, because you never know when you might need one. Given what happened here. Okay, after X-User told readers at David Rutledge, Pedivision Chief of Codes and Interpretations, the bureaucrat quoted in the release is living in 2,100 heated square foot in Wake Forest. Not that I'm officially endorsing this notion, but it would be a shame if people showed up there with their tents. Yeah, sure. All right. Well, I'm just going to Oh, perfect. Autofill to the rescue. Just something for you to think about the, just something. If you've been employed, fired after telling relief team to skip houses with the drums as well, guess what? There's still cycles working in FEMA. Yeah, that was only because it got leaked. Okay. Okay, it's only because it got leaked. Just saying. Because it got leaked. That's the only reason the person got fired. But yeah. All right. Just figured I'd give some background on where the law came from. That that the code is kind of using. All right. Just a little background on it, because you deserve to know. All right? You deserve to know. Everybody deserves to know. All right? Everybody deserves to know, I think, where it came from and why it existed. It was to punish the homeless people. And now it's being used to, unfortunately, punish the people that needs the tiny houses. It's fucking ridiculous. Yeah. Government's like, oh yeah. You know what? I know exactly. I'm going to end this video with something special. Alright? And I think this is... This is warranted here.
I think you all know that I've always felt the 9 most terrifying words in the English language are, I'm from the government and I'm here to help.
As always, I think that was the best way to end this after what you just found out. All right, and everything else I've covered on this channel. I think that is so appropriate. You know what? I think we should listen to that again. We should listen to that again. And then I'm going to end the video. Let's listen to that one more time.
I think you all know that I've always felt the 9 most terrifying words in the English language are, I'm from the government and I'm here to help.
Perfect. As always, everybody, thank you for watching. Peace out, everyone. 12-minute video. Then again, these are short videos. Thank you for watching. Peace out, everyone. Now you know where it came from.